Since you're closely doing commentary for Nepal, if you'll compare 2024 World Cup and 26, what has improved? Where are they lacking?
Yeah, so the team's definitely developing, definitely moving in the right direction. It's a very different side under Stuart Law to the one that was under Monty Desai. Monty Desai's a beautiful man, a really good friend of mine. Stuart Law's a great friend as well. But they're very different kind of guys. Monty was very much about a wholesome family culture and one-ball battles and making sure that everything was always 100% unified and together. Stuart's a bit more Australian, a bit more ruthless and wants to focus on winning a bit more, and that's why I think he was pretty strong after those defeats to Italy and the West Indies in terms of calling the players out a little bit. And actually I think that was probably the right thing to do. I think after the England heartbreak and so how close the side came, there was naturally going to be a change in the expectations, and the change in the expectations led to two really poor performances. One in particular, they were very poor against Italy. I think the West Indies game I can forgive a lot more because of the toss in the morning. The conditions were completely different at 11 a.m. to what it was 2 hours later at 1 p.m. When the West Indies batted. So I think the team's developing, moving in the right direction. They came really close to a couple of massive upset victories in St. Vincent in particular. In 2024, one-run defeat to South Africa. They had Bangladesh, I think it was 83 for 9. They should have closed that game out. And then this time they came even closer in many ways to England by just 4 runs. But they had the game in the palm of their hands with 11 to win off 8. But I think one thing to get across for anyone listening or watching or thinking about cricket, to try and explain as to how difficult it is to beat the big sides as a smaller side, with less funding, with less fixture opportunities, with less facilities in the country, with less player pool. They don't have less fans in Nepal, because that's the one thing Nepal brings in unbelievable spades, that fever pitch atmosphere wherever they go in the world. But for a smaller side to beat the bigger sides, for the associate teams to beat the full members, is incredibly difficult.